Okay, so welcome back. Today I have a pretty big CGC return. It's mostly going to be EX era cards, just holos and Diamond and Pearl Platinum from the Japanese side. I think there's some, like a small amount of cards that I got with upgrades, so those are more varied. But I figured I'd just show all of these off, and I'm decently happy with the grades, as in mostly 8.5s and 9s, which I was kind of expecting. Like, these are not super minty fresh. Really nice swirl on the Celebi, and of course people have been mentioning that CGC kind of grades decently harsh, but I think they grade very fair. So I'm very happy to get all of these back finally. I did submit these a long time ago, so it's been a while. Glad to see them back at this point. I'll go through them quite quickly, or at least not gonna pause too much on every card, because otherwise it's gonna take very long. All of these cards, or at least most of them, I might keep some for my personal collection, but most of them will also be for sale on Cardmarket, where I sell stuff. Link in the description, and I won't bother too much anymore with the advertisement during this video, because I just want to enjoy the cards and share the grades with you. So from now on, I'll probably just be submitting this kind of card to PSA, which means that I'll be probably stockpiling these kinds of holos and stuff for like a few years for the $10-$20 tier to come back, because I don't know, I think they grade fine, but like from CGC, what I've noticed with my personal submissions, Modern just does a lot better, where I can get a card like this, a really old card in good condition, or I can just get a Booster Fresh card, and I think the Booster Fresh cards do generally better than these ones. So I'll stock up everything for PSA to maybe go for the gem mint there, and we got a gem mint on the Spiritomb, very cool. So I did get a few 9.5s. I did also get a 10 on Mesprit, and just a bunch of other cards, but I've consigned most of those with old school Pokemon. So mostly going to be 8, between like 8.5, 9.5 for the cards that you'll see in this video, like the Octillery here, Gem Mint on the Octillery, really cool card. I don't know if this is actually a holographic card in the English side. Like, there's quite a few cards where they just turned them into regular rares, with the really nice swirl on the Politoed. But yeah, on the English side, they decided that we needed rares for some reason, and yeah, we're not allowed to get a holographic card in every pack, so they decided to just bump down a lot of the holo cards from the Japanese side to a regular rare, which is unfortunate, but it's cool to actually, at least for me, it's cool to see the holo cards of the English rares. So getting through the first stack already at 3 minutes. Might be a long video, but there's a lot of cards that I do want to show off, so I'll probably break this up in a few videos, because there's, I think in total, around 400 cards that I got back. So here we have these are pretty cool. These are entry pack cards from like a theme deck, but they have really cool, weird, sparkly holo. So those are pretty cool. Got a few of those, I think. Here we have a Dialga and a Giratina. Really cool stuff. Also, the swirl on these are just, you have these weird swirls, and then there's also the regular swirls somewhere in the holo pattern, but I can't instantly find it here. We have a promo, Gliscor promo, Mewtwo Strike Back promo from the 10th movie. Really cool stuff. I think these are just a bunch of the Unagaba Pikachus. So a few 9.5s and a few 9s. I did consign most of the ones that I got back with old school Pokemon, so most of those have already sold. Here we have some English cards with upgrades. Very close to the 10 on these, but unfortunately just not close enough. but those were like the cleanest English cards that I could find, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And also, like, if you look at this card, it's like a 9/5. Centering is a 9, and if you look at the centering, it looks pretty good to me. At least on the front. Maybe on the back it's a little bit OC, as in you can see it's a little thinner right here. But generally I feel like they're pretty harsh on centering. So if you ever decide to submit cards to CGC yourself, really look for centering, because if you think like, yeah, it's like the 60/40 or something that PSA allows for the 10, they do not. Like if you submit a card with the, like when I say 60/40, it's like with PSA you're allowed to have like 60% of the border on this side and then 40% on this side. If you submit a card like that to CGC, I'm pretty sure it gets like an 8/5, which instantly bumps it down to a 9, which, yeah, that's unfortunate. And even with 9 centering, you're never going to get a 10 on the actual final grade. So that's, yeah, really something you have to look into. So here I got a few cards with subgrades, really cool cards. I just completely skipped over the Hot Pip with the Gengar and the Nata Wake promo. Really cool. Well, completely skipped over it while I was rambling about centering. That one, oh yeah, I did put it up for sale, but it might be a bit expensive because I don't really want to sell it. It's a really cool card and I really like it, so I listed it a little bit higher price than for most stuff. And that's something where I think it's good for me as a business to enjoy the cards that I have in my collection, but also I kind of need to keep stuff moving. And a card like that I kind of want to keep, but also at the same time I need more inventory, I need more capital, and especially the expensive cards. If I just set everything back for my own personal collection, I'm gonna be in trouble when you're trying to run a business and you take out all the nice cards. So everything has a price. Some stuff I'm just pricing a little bit higher than maybe the market value or something, because I don't really want to get rid of it that quickly. As in, I do still really love this stuff, so. But I think I try to list the cards in for a fair price. But you will see like a lot of these Metagrows come by. I think I got like 3 or something from a collection at some point. Those are all the EX Deoxys holos. For some reason I got a lot of those. I think I purchased a collection that had like 10 or 20 holos and they were all in really good condition, so I think I sent all of those off in one submission at the same time. So those should all be in here somewhere. So I think we've seen this one before. Oh no, I think it was the other Kabutops. We have a very obscure swirl on the Dusknoir right here. Mint 9 on that one. We get a Skarmory. This also from the EX Deoxys. I think this is a rare as well in the EX Deoxys English version. This is a holo. I think this also is a holo. I'm not sure. It might also be a rare. Here we have another one. I think this is also just a holo in the English series. But I think there's a few cards. Sorry for the the rattling of the cases, because there's a lot of them and I need to put them on the table. But I think there's quite a few, especially with the EX Deoxys set. Like I mentioned, I got a few of these. I got a 8/5, a 9, and a 9/5, so that's kind of cool. We have a Breloom. Really like the artwork on that. And then we have a really cool Dark Houndoom from the Rocket Gang Strikes Back, as in the EX Rocket Returns. A really cool card there. I don't have many of the EX Rocket cards. I've been getting questions about those, but they're really hard to find and they're generally like quite expensive. So I tend to stay away from those when purchasing stuff, because yeah, I do really like them and I think they sell pretty well. But at the same time, if they're super expensive compared to other cards which have like similar merits, I kind of like gravitate towards the little bit cheaper cards every once in a while. This I think also is a regular rare in the EX Deoxys set in English, so kind of cool to get like a unique holo card for that set. We have a gem mint on the Crawdont. I think we have not only one but 2 9s on the Wishcast. Swallowed. We have an Aerodactyl, pretty cool. We have the Almastar from the Magma and thing. I think this is a Sandstorm card in the English series. Like, that's also something that happens, like the English series sometimes just scramble around the order of stuff. Okay, let me grab this stack and go through it quickly because I'm already at 10 minutes. So we have a 9 on the Absol. I still have to list these online. Like this stack I still need to list online. But all of the other cards that I got back are already, so all the cards that you've seen up till now are already listed on Cardmarket. But yeah, I don't remember where I got these from. Like, I just had these in a box, the first edition Rocket cards. So I figured I'd submit them, and like, if you look at it, they're all graded like 8s, which I thought they were like decent, but as you can see, like, there's some like tiny corner wear and just some wear right here. I think overall they're pretty clean, but yeah, it makes sense that they get like 8s and 8.5s. I'm not sure if I'll actually sell these, so like I might keep them for my personal collection, but I for some reason decided to grade these. And yeah, so here we have a cool Pikachu, a World Collection promo Pikachu. So this came in a binder with all different languages of Pikachus. I think there's like 9, and this one's the Japanese one, so that's kind of cool. I prefer that one over the others because, well, it is in a language that I can't read, but I'm familiar with the look, so it looks kind of nice in a slab. We have some of the Legend promos. Got the Gem Mint on the Chikorita. I'll probably be keeping these because I think they're kind of cool and they're not super expensive. Especially might like try to see if I want to like cross grade those to PSA at some point. Here we have a really nice Munchlax from the Pokepark Forest file. So this is the green binder that is actually quite rare. So I'm happy to get these grades back. Like they have done very well. So I'll probably be keeping those. I might list them online, but I'm not sure yet. Here we have a really cool Arceus from the Arceus movie promo pack. Really crazy hollow Gem Mint on that, so that's pretty cool. We have an Eevee promo, and behind it is another Eevee promo. Not sure what the DE Bingo campaign is, but apparently it was something at Toys R Us. So I kind of have to look this up at some point, like where this comes from, because like the combination of stuff here, like it's in Japanese, there's a Toys R Us, and there's some kind of bingo, so I kind of should look into what this card actually is, but I'll be keeping that for my own collection as well. And here we have Pikachu, we have a Shaman, Dialga, and Arceus. The previous ones were from the, or at least these kinds with the silver border are from the 11th movie. They came in a little binder, so those are pretty cool. And we have 2 of the Mamoswine. Okay, there are stacks all over the table. Going to work towards the end, but there's 2 more stacks, so try to go over those as quickly as possible, because otherwise the video is going to be ages and ages. Here we have a really cool Diamond and Pearl secret rare Scyther card. I think they made a reprint of those cards that were very popular in the game, or in the card game. So I think the Haymaker, I think it's called Haymaker deck, which pretty much had like the Hitmonchan and the Scyther, which were very popular. So those got a reprint in that set. That's pretty cool. Have some more of the Diamond and Pearl card. If you're ever looking for one of these cards from like the Platinum and Diamond and Pearl era, you can just type in the level, as in level.48, and it should just narrow down to all the cards that have that level. And if you then put in the Pokemon name, it should directly go to that card. because on Cardmarket it might be hard to find these cards if you're not really sure what you're looking for. So that's a quick tip for those, especially because in the Japanese the set numbers are different. So that's a quick little tip to find these if you're looking for them. But yeah, really cool cards from the EX, not EX, the Platinum Arceus, the Salamence. Really like that one. We have a Jirachi. We have a shiny, it's hard to see, but it's actually like Sparkle Hollow. I think on the scan it didn't show up at all. But that's a pretty cool card. They always have like chipping on the side. So I'm okay with a 7.5 on that one. We have a Muck, a Roselia, Cradily. So I think we're getting to the EX era again for the last part of this deck. Get a Gem Mint 10, or not a Gem Mint 10, a Gem Mint 9/5 on the Delcatty. So we get 8 on the Nidoqueen, Golem, Magmar. This is also pretty cool. Like, this is also one of the cards where in English this is just a regular rare. So the only way to get the holo version of that card is in Japanese. We're going on to the last stack. So here we're at the last stack. We have some Delta holos. We have a Meganium, a Marowak, a Vileplume. As you can see with the grades, I was a little bit more lenient on submitting these because I think they're quite popular cards and they look very well on the slab, I think. So I just submitted most of these. So these might be a little bit lower grade than the general average of like the other cards that I submitted. We did get a 9 on the Meganium, which is cool. Like, a lot of these Delta cards are also very off-center, so that also might factor into the grade, as in this is a prime example of just very, very off-centeredness. On the Ninetales, we have a Nidoqueen, pretty cool, and we're back to some of the Platinum cards. Here we also have a Electabuzz. We have a Giratina, the swirl hiding behind the moon, or in front of the moon behind Giratina. And we have a Magnezone, Sceptile, we have a Dialga, and Dusknoir, and another Sceptile. I think I just said Sceptile, I'm not sure though. And we ended off with a few more Delta, I think. So there we have the Nidoking, we have the Cradily, and last and least, actually, I think this is the lowest grade I got, 5.5 on the Jolteon. I wasn't really sure why. I think it's because of this corner, because it's so damaged that it's actually peeling. But the card actually looks pretty clean. Like, it took me a while to even see the corner ding, but apparently that was enough to ding it down to a 5.5. But I kind of knew that this one was gonna get a lower grade. But yeah, a lot of cards. There's gonna be a lot more returns soon, so stay tuned and I'll see you next time.